Alright. It's recording. Grand rising, high vibrations, and gratitude always, always, always. Amen. So, I usually do these type of videos on my Instagram live, but I decided to do it on YouTube. I've been refocusing some things and trying some different things out, trying to figure out my flow and what I like best. So, we're going to try it this way. I think I may prefer it on Instagram Live just because I have that direct contact with the community and I can get some different responses and answers, and the dialogue and the energy is always amazing. But I won't leave YouTube out. I will do something for y'all as well. So I decided to do it this way. Instagram won't even see this besides clip it of after this one is published and posted, right? So as you probably saw by the title, today we're going to be discussing, and we probably will have more videos of me going through the breakdown of different topics in depth. So today is simply talking about your energy having that connection of respect to it, right? So your energy having an attachment of respect, your energy demanding respect, and the difference between demanding and radiating respect, because there is a difference, right? So before I get into it really deeply, of course there were uploads with this, hence me giving y'all this information, but I just want to read some of the information that I have from the uploads and dissect that a little bit. So it says, respect comes when your energy has authority. Absolutely. And it says, the quote, respect is reciprocated when given is true. However, when your energy has respect, people have no other choice but to gravitate towards you or away from you. I think my physicalities have respect. My demeanor has respect. Hell, my vagina has respect. But working with my energy and exuding respect means I must never settle for less. Never settling for less means realizing my worth and not correlating it with my needs. As our needs take over control of us, but yet we may never take control of it. Our needs being unmet by ourselves makes us needy, which windfalls us into not realizing our worth, having no self-esteem, and losing respect for ourselves, therefore letting others treat us the way they want to, because we are thinking it is all we will receive and all we are worthy of. There are energies who look for other energies with a little to no respect. They latch onto us and initially have the power to destroy us, considering we are not giving. Sorry, y'all, I wrote this kind of fast. Considering we are not giving it away. I don't know what I meant by that. Anyways, these energies would never have another energy use, abuse, or destroy them because they have respect for themselves. It doesn't matter how much, but it does matter how much they use it, how they use it. We have to give props to succubus and incubus energies as they teach us about ourselves and shows what we cannot see. So what I meant by that is you will never find a succubus or an incubus energy who allows themselves to be treated the way they treated people. Not consciously, as that is. Because at some point they have some layer of respect for themselves and for their energy to realize, you will not treat me this way, but you will treat me this way. You will not do this to me, but I can do that to you. Now, besides them being a succubus and incubus energy and having some type of negative energy force attached to them, they have some layer of respect that they teach us about ourselves that makes us realize you allowed this person to treat you this way because your energy had no respect. So what I meant by my physicalities have respect. My demeanor has respect. When I walk into the room, you know to respect me. When I talk, you know to listen. But at the same time, if your energy has respect, you do not have respect. Or excuse me, your energy does not have respect, you do not have respect. For your energy to exude respect, you must have respect for yourself. I often like to say, and this may be stereotypical, this may be controversial, right? Cool, whatever. But I like to say, well, not stereotypical, but I like to say the hood is not karmic. The hood brings the karmic out of you. The hood is a transformational place if you use it to the best of your abilities. The hood is literally a community. It is built off a community. Did you hear me? Okay, cool. So if you are running around all day long in the hood talking about, oh, niggas gonna respect me, how if you don't respect yourself? Because you're demanding something from me that you don't even give to yourself. You're demanding something that you have given nothing into. You're trying to pour into a cup with no glass. What we doing? Be for real. No, be for real. Be for real. What we doing? And I think people we don't understand, and we definitely don't understand, that respect is not given unless it is given. Please hear me when I'm saying it. If you do not give, if you do not give yourself respect, how can anyone else? It's the same thing. If you don't pour into your cup, how can somebody else? I have a quote up here that says, you're comfortable in chaos, but you want them to still the waters. You give nothing to give yourself a peace of mind. You give nothing to give yourself clarity, but you want the world to. You want the world to be your oyster in your hand. Baby, you're not even a Little Mermaid. What we doing? You're not giving nothing to get anything. You know what I mean? You, like, I made this correlation in my live a few weeks ago, I think. But you're giving the universe $1 and expecting 10,000. That's what math are you doing? Because the math not mathing. Okay? Listen. Let's start working on giving ourselves the respect we think we deserve. And I say think because we often correlate our needs and our wants and put them in one basket. We start to cradle them and start to think that what we need is what we want, and what we want is what we need. And what we don't realize is that you will never be put into a position to where you have what you don't need. Do you hear that? So it's not even that, oh, I'm in a position right now, I have no money. Do you have somewhere to stay? Do you have something to eat? Do you have something to sleep on? Do you have some type of protection? If you do not have physical protection, are you connected to a spiritual realm to where you have spiritual protection? If so, you do not have what you want, but you have what you need. There's another quote. I have so many quotes up here, and they literally keep me going day by day. But what is the other one? I don't think it's that one. Is it that one? I don't know. Is it that one? I don't know. Anyways, hold on, y'all, because I'm trying to, like, the way it would have correlated, I think y'all would have understood what I was saying. I think it's this one, though. It says, healing is not reflecting the toxic work you did last time. So, when we start talking about respect, and not even respect of our physical selves, when we start talking about respect on an energetical is not a word. On an energetic standpoint, and we start talking about respect in the higher realms and respect on a frequency level, you must not demand respect, right? Say, for example, let's just give an example. If President Obama, because in some way he's still my president, if he walks into a room, are you going to expect him, and why? Why do you respect him? Is it because of his success? Is it because of his achievements? Is it because of his demeanor? Is it because of his energy? Or is it because when he walked into that room, you knew not to talk to that man a certain way? You knew not to say certain things, and you knew to watch your mouth. What is it that makes you respect people? And in turn, think about it. What is it that makes people respect you? And then let's go a little deeper, all right? Because y'all know I'm all about the accountability. In turn, what do you and do you not respect about yourself? Answer that for me, okay? And I think another thing to do with the respect, I'm going to drop this in real quick because it's kind of, it's a factor, but it's not a contributor to this conversation as much as I would like for it to be. But real quick, while you are dealing with respecting yourself and you're dealing with understanding yourself, believing in yourself, and just having that confidence instilled, you must also give yourself grace. Give yourself grace and give yourself the leniency to relax and to revive itself from the work that it is doing. Do not be so hard on yourself to where you respect yourself so much you will settle for nothing. Because sometimes compromise comes in settling. Okay? Remember how I was just talking about what type of physical needs do you have met? Are they met spiritually? Then you have what you need. Sometimes you do have to settle and you do have to compromise to still be in that same energy and place of respect. Because respect also comes with gratitude. And that is why if you are tapped into the ancestral realm, if you are tapped into the spiritual realm, you have so much gratitude to your spiritual team because you respect them. Their energy makes you respect them. Do y'all hear? I really pray y'all hear what I'm saying. I really pray y'all hear what I'm saying. But alongside of that, there was also, I think there was another thing that I wanted to do. Let me see where we at time-wise. Only 10 minutes? Okay. So I had made this correlation yesterday, and the way that I come up with these topics is, aside from just getting uploads and talking to my spiritual team about them, I also go over them in my mind a couple of times just to make sure I have all the steps down to meet the topic at its point. So I had an example that they may let me say it, but they thought it was a little vulgar, but it was a perfect example. I love them so much because my grandma would be like, Lizzy, watch your mouth. Yes, ma'am. But okay, so this was the example. Take it as it is. It is what it is. I'm being truthful. This is an honest, transparent moment. Y'all know I never lie to you. I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie, okay? I never tell you a lie. So this is, anything that I ever tell y'all, anything that I ever talk on, please understand that it comes from a place of experience and it's not coming from a place of talking to you or talking at you. I'm just talking for you. You know what I mean? And for the same aspect, even if you do not accept the message is still there. Whether you accept it in a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever the case may be, the message is still there. The energy is still there. Because sometimes we're not at a point of where we can understand and we can digest the information that we're being told or given. And sometimes it takes a little bit to understand that information. Real quick, there's this tarot reader that I follow. And I followed her for 2-3 years, and when I very first found her, there were things that she was talking about I did not understand. And because she was talking about them so strongly and passionately, for me, I was getting triggered because her shadow was so strong and I wasn't in tune with mine yet, that I was like, why is she speaking like that? Like, why all of these things? But something told me, stay subscribed. Don't unfollow her. Stay subscribed. I stay subscribed, and now I'm at a time in my physical life, in my spiritual life, that everything she speaks about, I understand to a T. I'm so tapped in now that I can already estimate. I can already know what the topic is going to be about before she posts. I swear I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. Listen to me when I'm telling you. You have to get to a certain level, and that's why I tell y'all, some stuff is truly not for y'all to know at the moment, but for you to hold on to that information and understand it later. Okay? I think that's the one. It was about being perfect, I think. But it wasn't that one. It was that one. Precision is the ancestors' definition of being perfect. What was I talking about before? Damn, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I remember the example. Precision is the ancestors' definition of being perfect. Perfect is a 3D idealistic reality of people pleasing for other people. Being precise is taking something and defining it to your needs. Okay? So we start to get content on being perfect and knowing everything and having everything together. You're doing it for some type of idealistic reality that you want out of yourself, to please other people. I promise you it's rooted in people pleasing. I'm not lying to you. Okay? When you start dealing with precision and you start getting precise, it's a difference between perfect and precision. You can fuck up in precision and still have that perfect reality. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can, when you have precision, you can turn the corner wrong 3 times, but you did it 3 times, so you have consistency. You were precise. Do y'all understand what I really pray y'all understand what I'm saying, seriously. But that's a good ass quote. I had to put it on there because I was so heavy on myself with being perfect and doing stuff this way, and with spiritual lessons I have to complete them and I have to be this way in my spirituality, and Fuck that. Okay? Fuck up. It's okay. Mess up. You're learning. If you're not learning, what are you doing? You're always you're always a student to life, but you're always a teacher to your own. If you're not learning, what are you doing? I got another one that said, if you ain't triggered, you ain't healing. You're not. You living through life on an auto response. You're a robot in your own life. If you're not triggered, you're not healing. If shit ain't hitting you, you're not healing. Now back to the example. So before I forget, so I had this example, and anything that I tell y'all, of course, is an experience, but it's also because I've either learned it or I'm currently learning it. So this is something that I had learned. So back in the day, I think we all, talk about the women who they get hurt and they turn into hoes. We don't never talk about the women that get hurt and start hoeing the niggas. Cause hello, that was me. Listen, I know y'all might have guessed it. Cut the jokes. So for real though, back in the day, I had so many men wrapped around my finger. It was ridiculous. And it was anything that I asked, they would do. I had men that was willing to drink my bathwater if I said so. You know what I mean? And it's because I demanded respect. I did not have the energy that radiated respect. Therefore, I would realize this is not what you need, but what you want. Okay? So, because I demanded that respect, and because I pray that in those situations, I also taught them a lesson about having some form of self-esteem and not allowing people to abuse you, because that is essentially what I did. And I had to pay for that fucking karma. Please don't do the shit that I did. I trust y'all won't. But anything I done did and I be talking about, I done paid for that shit. And I paid for the karma for that. But in this time, I did not have the self-esteem to realize that what I was looking for was a perfectionist, idealistic reality of life. I was looking to have many men because the splurging of love to me was comfortable. And I was comfortable because it was something I had never had. So of course I would abuse something I never was used to. I had no form of boundaries. I had no form of lessons. I had no form of stopping. Stopping was not an option back then. It had got so bad to the point that people had to physically tell me, Lizzy, you're doing too much. And even then, what the hell is that? Do y'all hear me though? Like, it was so, like, I had, and I'm not saying this as a bragging thing. I trust y'all, believe I'm not. But it was so intense. I had men that would go to jail for me. I had men that would do life sentences for me. Here's the other guy. Never fucked him. Word to me, I promise you I didn't. I demanded respect. Anywhere I went, anyone that I dealt with, anyone that I came in contact with, essentially I was a bully to my own life and to those around me. Okay? And I didn't realize that I was looking for something that I wasn't receiving in my own life. I had never received that feeling of love I felt from my parents or from my family, and so I was looking for it in other people. And because they was giving it to me, oh, this feel nice, let's keep it going. I didn't have no form of boundaries. You know what I mean? And I think now that I'm at a place that my energy radiates respect, and granted I'm still working on it, I'm never perfect, but I'm precising. And I'm never perfect, but I'm using my precision to sharpen my skills, right? So at the point that I am now, I don't have to demand shit. Not a damn thing. It's either my energy is going to make you gravitate towards me or away from me. If you cannot handle the light and if you cannot handle the reflection of your higher self, that's fine. You will deal with it in your own time. I pray you will. There is let me say this as discreetly as possible. There is somebody very special who radiates my higher self. And that was so intimidating to me, I used to run from it. I used to get nervous. And now that I have stepped into my alignment, what are we doing? Hello, what are we doing? It's when you're energy starts radiating that respect, that people will gravitate away from you or towards you. Either way, please believe it's destined. Because at the same time, rejection is redirection and protection. So if those people can't even handle themselves, how the hell they gonna handle you? What we doing? Look, listen, and I told y'all that example because I wanted y'all to understand that you can have something of an idealistic point of view and still not have anything at all. Because I had a point of view of people respecting me, I had no respect for myself. And through that, I learned harsh lessons of self-esteem. I learned harsh lessons about manipulation, about controlling, about abusing my powers and others, about misleading people, misleading myself, and abusing myself. Okay? And through there, because now I have, y'all know I love talking about self-esteem and ego and stuff. But you know, you got self-esteem, which is the bottom tier, and then you have confidence, and then you have ego. But there's a thin threshold between all three. If you do not have self-esteem, you do not have confidence, but yet you have ego. If you do not have self-esteem, you do not have confidence, but yet you have ego. One more time. If you do not have self-esteem, but yet you have confidence, you have ego. If you do not have a self-esteem and you have no words of affirmations about yourself that build yourself up to get you to that confidence, you have ego. And that's why I don't necessarily condone in telling people or telling kids, oh yeah, you the baddest out there, you the da-da-da-da. You are pumping them to ego. What type of self-esteem did you instill if you're telling them every day not to wear that because it makes their body look bad? What type of self-esteem are you including in them if you're telling them don't wear that makeup because that makes you look dead? Don't do that. Don't talk like that. That's not right. Don't wear that in front of them. Go change your clothes when they come in the house. What type of self-esteem are you instilling? You're instilling ego. Please understand what I'm saying. If you do not have self-esteem, you do not have confidence, you have ego. Let me make sure it's still recording. Alright. My bad, I had to make sure it's still recording. Oh yeah, I'm on the camera. I forgot. I'm on the camera, y'all, so it'll be some different views and stuff. I'm super excited. About to have a whole lot of damn content. I ain't got no fucking reason that to, because you got storage now. Anyways, though. Yeah. You're not even radiating energy. You're not radiating respect energy within yourself, but you demanding it? What? Let me scoop that in y'all level. What you talking about? And then, y'all, listen, because I love my trappers. I love y'all to death. Love y'all. Listen to me. You telling the ops they gonna respect you, but you always in their face. You said the ops gonna respect